Well, hello there. Glad you made it here. Today, we're diving deep into something disturbing. Something that's been quietly festering in the corners of the internet, gaining more tractions by the day. The Looksmaxing cult, a culture of obsession with physical appearance that has blurred the line between self-improvement and something far darker. On its surface, it might sound like just another term for self-improvement, trying to look your best, right? But when you scratch the surface, it is much more than that. It is a subculture that has turned physical appearance into an all-consuming obsession, fueled by vanity, insecurity, and a dangerous mentality that can have profound psychological consequences. Let's break it down. At its core, Looksmaxing is an internet-born movement where individuals, primarily men, focus on maximizing their physical appearance to an extreme degree. And it is not just about skincare routines or hitting the gym. No, we're talking about a mindset that pushes people to go to any lengths to achieve an idealized version of beauty. The problem with Looksmaxing lies in its extremism. Some of the methods pushed by this subculture go beyond typical grooming practices. You see, Looksmaxing advocates delve into the world of plastic surgery, injectables, and other radical procedures, all in an attempt to perfect their bodies and faces to meet an unattainable, idealized standard. It is about obsessing over jawlines, facial symmetry, height enhancement, even hairline restoration. Anything to achieve what these individuals believe will give them social validation. The ideology of Looksmaxing isn't just about vanity. It is deeply rooted in a belief that physical attractiveness directly correlates to success in life. Whether it's getting a job, finding a partner, or just being treated with respect. Looksmaxing enthusiasts believed that only the attractive are rewarded in the society. And this belief is fueled by the toxic environment of internet forums and social media, where only the most perfect image are celebrated. What makes Looksmaxing so dangerous is that it creates an echo chamber of self-doubt. Many members of these communities start with innocent intentions, looking for advice on how to feel better about themselves. But what they encounter instead is a relentless, toxic stream of content that constantly tells them they are not good enough. These forums and online spaces are filled with terms like incels, chads, normies, and alpha males, which divide people based on their physical appearance. Those who don't meet the ideal standards are often subjected to ridicule and mockery. A prime example of this is the term Looksmaxing itself. It implies that one's inherent value can and should be upgraded. Like a software update, you are not enough as you are. Your natural appearance, the one you were born with, is insufficient. You must improve it. And the internet reinforces this at every turn. The irony, though, is that in the pursuit of perfection, many of these people lose sight of the very thing that should matter the most. And what is that? Self-acceptance. The irony is that while they are chasing a vision of a perfect face or body, they are sacrificing their mental health, their individuality, and their sense of self-worth. It gets worse when you look at the desperation some people feel to achieve this idealized version of beauty. Some go so far as to undergo surgeries, procedures that carry risk with no guarantee of success. There is a deeply embedded belief in these circles that no amount of money is too much if it results in a better appearance. So, people who fall into the Looksmaxing cult are willing to pour their entire lives, physically, emotionally, and financially, into this stupid person. But the truth is, even you max your looks, you will never max your worth. And that's the real tragedy. These individuals think that by reshaping their faces, improving their symmetry, or changing their hairline, they will gain the social validation they crave. But no matter how much you change your outward appearance, it won't change the void within. The ugly truth about Looksmaxing is that it doesn't just represent a superficial obsession with aesthetics. It reveals a deep gnawing insecurity. It reflects the fact that these individuals feel unworthy of love or respect unless they conform to an unrealistic standard of beauty. This obsession isn't healthy self-improvement. You know what it is? It's self-rejection. True self-worth is not something that can be engineered through procedures, supplements, or obsessive routines. It comes from within. The idea that someone's value is determined by the angle of their jawline or the size of their biceps is both shallow and damaging. And the sad thing is, Looksmaxing doesn't just harm the individual, it spreads an unrealistic, dangerous message to others who might be vulnerable. Let's talk about the hidden dangers of this subculture. You may have seen people who are deeply entrenched in this Looksmaxing posting about their experiences, showing off their jawline enhancements, hair restoration results, or even the scars from surgery. But what is rarely discussed is the psychological fallout. There is a growing body of evidence that extreme cosmetic procedures can lead to body dysmorphic disorder. It is a condition where individuals obsess over perceived flaws in their appearance, often leading them to take drastic measures to correct something that isn't actually a flaw. You see, in the world of Looksmaxing, these procedures are seen as the solution to these so-called flaws, but they often perpetuate on a cycle of discontentment. For some, the surgeries only bring temporary relief. The dissatisfaction returns. They are never truly happy with their appearance, no matter how much they change. And the sad truth is that the journey of Looksmaxing, this quest for perfection, is ultimately a path that leads nowhere. True self-improvement doesn't come from altering your body or your face. It comes from nurturing your mind, fostering emotional intelligence, and building self-compassion. Self-worth is not dependent on meeting some external standard. It's all about accepting who you are, flaws and all. You see, we need to push back against the toxic narrative that beauty equals value. And that's what the Looksmaxing cult represents. A dangerous belief that if you don't look a certain way, you are worthless. So, what's the way forward? We must question the beauty standards that society holds up as the be-all and end-all of worth. We need to reject the idea that our value is tied to how we look. Real empowerment comes when we stop chasing a superficial ideal and start cultivating the internal qualities that matter most. You wanna know what are those? Kindness, confidence, intelligence, and emotional resilience. You see, it's time we stop glamorizing a culture that tells people they need to change who they are in order to be worthy of love or success. We need to accept ourselves for who we are, not who we are told we should be. And if you found this video insightful, like, share, and subscribe for more content that empowers you to take control of your life. Stay strong, stay wise, and never let anyone dim your light.